So if you own a RV, you know how horrible it is to try to fill one of those tires with a small portable compressor like this. And this is actually a pretty decent sized compressor. But honestly, if your RV is in the 80 PSI range, and mine's actually 50, 55 is where I keep it, you'll burn these up. They just can't handle it. I know they advertise on the box that they're capable of like 100 PSI, and they are if you give them brakes and you don't burn them up. What you need is a high volume air compressor or a heavier dutier air compressor than what your regular big box stores carry. That being said, if you go to your local China Mart, and I'm not a big local China Mart fan. I know I seem to talk about some of their stuff. I think like 90% of the items in that store are pretty much low quality. Occasionally, you run across something that's pretty decent, and this is one of those cases. So this is a high volume, high PSI air compressor. It does 150 PSI. The cool thing about this is it inflates tires extremely quick. And I had one of these years ago, and I let it get away from me. And recently I thought, man, I really need to get another one of those to keep in the RV in case I have a flat so I can fill that thing up and not burn it up. So I went into the store. I couldn't find it. I asked one of the employees where it was. The person showed me on the shelf where it was. And what fooled me was this used to be in a hard plastic case. They no longer give it to you in a hard plastic case. And I kind of made mention of it. She opened it up and she showed me a soft case. So I guess I'll take that over the hard case. But let's take a look at it. The one advantage we have in the soft case is it takes up less space. I think it has a little less protection. But I don't know, if you're tucking it somewhere in your RV, you're probably not going to beat it up anyhow. Just basically got a couple of clips. And you're going to find the unit itself tucked away in this one. And you're going to find an air hose tucked away in this one. So one thing they've changed over the years is it now has a quick coupler. So it quick couples onto a pigtail that is permanently attached to the air compressor. I guess you can pull it off and protect it or replace just this if you need it. It is pretty long. It'll stretch out pretty far. The power cord is only about 12 feet long. I wish it was longer, and it seems to me that the older one was longer. Maybe they had problems with them burning up. They do have alligator clips. You're not going to plug something like this into your cigarette lighter. It just would not handle the amps if you could. I figure a fair review on this little pump would be to see how fast it will inflate a car. It is sold as a high volume air compressor. I suspect we're probably going to be in the neighborhood of a couple of minutes to fill a tire from completely flat with 0 PSI up to about 35. So I'm going to do this without one cut so you can see there's no trickery. So if you're not interested in seeing a tire inflate, just fast forward to the end or like or subscribe or do something other than watch this video. There's about 35 PSI. So you can go back and look at the minutes to see how long that took. But that certainly was a lot faster than using your typical big box store type of air compressor. That's kind of got a screw-on end, as you've just seen. I don't really like those, but they do get a nice tight connection. And it's got a little baggie on the hose with accessories so you don't lose them. And in this little bag is like just different air attachments to blow up balls and things like that. If you want to put air in a soccer ball or other little devices, and there's a little blow air nozzle so you can blow things clear. It does put out a lot of PSI, and it is very quick. The last model appeared to be very durable. So yeah, if you're interested in one of these, hopefully that helps you decide if you do or do not want to buy one.